So after so much time invested in drawings and things with the carpenter, I went to Costco because I need something for breakfast and I wanted to try the muffins, and they look pretty yummy. It is 12 muffins for $10. So I chose 2 different ones. So this is going to last me at least 10 days, if not the 12 days. Costco is amazing. Honestly, Costco should pay me for advertising because I think I mentioned Costco in most of my videos. I am going to put them in Ziploc bags and they are under the water and the oil and everything you can imagine here. So I'll take 3 just in case. I will try to put 6 in each, but just in case I'm going to take 3 because I'm always short. When I get 1, I need 2. Okay, so yes, after cleaning the car, I went to Costco very quickly and got that, and I came to the mall right here to go to the bathroom, and now I'm going to open the windows so there is air flowing, because now well, here, because of the mall, there is no, the wind doesn't affect me, but I don't know if you're going to be able to notice, but all these trees here are moving crazy. And yesterday the wind was even stronger, so you can even imagine how strong it was, because you saw me. You saw me dealing with the winds right now. But I'm so happy because now Elantra is so clean. Look, it's so clean, and the Quran was never touched by the dirt. Everything else was dirty, so I had to clean around only. And yeah, now I can breathe. Yes, it's incredible how a little bit of dirt, yeah, a little bit of dirt only, and I am asphyxiating if there is only a little bit of dirt, especially because it's the car, right? And it's not a big space. Oh my god, they are so soft. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. Let's see, I can, oh yeah, I think it's going to be good. Here, and this one that is flatter here. So Tetris, everything is a Tetris. I can assure you I can beat your butt at Tetris. Perfect. Now let's see these are the blueberry muffins, which are my favorite. But I wanted to try the banana and chocolate chips. And I'll answer that text right away. But first I want to finish putting these things. I can smell the banana. The $10 for all these? I'm going to be full every morning when I have my coffee. This is amazing. Alhamdulillah for Costco. Alhamdulillah. Don't fall. Don't fall. Ah, these are so big. That chocolate chip was good. Yeah, I'm going to need another one. Those 2 are not going to fit here. It's fine. I can reuse these Ziploc bags with more muffins. Okay. Perfect. Now I just need to put them in the trunk, but now I am going to take some time to rest. As I'm starting my days between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning, and it's better, honestly. I am more productive, I think I am. Yes, I am being more productive. I'm doing more during the day, and that's why it is coffee, gym, and whatever comes next, and I am accomplishing a lot during the day. But at the end of the day or in the afternoon, at some point, I just take my time to just decompress and relax, because yeah, living in the car doesn't mean that you have to be all the time go. No, you can't. You have to have a normal life. But yes, that's the way I want to take this period of living in my car, as normal as possible, and following the same standards as if I were in my apartment.
He takes or whatever you need. It's all good.
Oh, as natural as possible.
Honestly, whenever camera's involved, I kind of treat it as another friend who's just here hanging out, right?
I still can't.
It's hard, right?
Hello everyone. Today is a very special day because we are here with John.
Hey.
John is actually the only carpenter that dared to think outside the box to actually design a beautiful bed for Elantra. So, John, I'll pass the mic to you now.
Thank you. Yeah, so when Magali first came to me and we were talking about the idea of building a custom bed, especially something to fit in the car, it's, you can do it really simply, and you can do it so it also kind of works for what your needs are, right? So a very simple platform could be slap some 2x4s together, put some stuff on top, and it would work just fine. But as we were kind of going, it kind of developed into, well, if we're going to be adapting it so it's going to work a little bit longer term, it'd be nice to not necessarily even spend a little bit more money on it, but just make it so it's going to work better for Magali's needs, right? So kind of had this idea of still incorporating plywood, not necessarily 2x4, but incorporating plywood and allowing it to be a little bit more modular. Right, so as we were kind of working and taking measurements, figuring out what was going to fit, and then also taking into consideration Magali's needs, we were thinking, okay, well, we need, essentially what the idea is, we're going to have a couple of little storage spots where the passenger seat normally would be, right? So what I'd like to do is have this one kind of sheet of plywood that is able to bend and move out of the way so you can actually get in and access things. So what I've done, it doesn't look like much right now, but what I've done is I've kind of created this cardboard cutout to custom fit into Elantra, because Elantra's got a lot of like swoops and dips and things that are a little bit tricky instead of just having sort of a square cut. So what I've done is I've created this template, but the idea, and then Magali, if I can show you over here from the side, the idea is we're going to have it laying down flat, so it's going to be a normal bed surface, right? So that'll be one part of it. But the other idea is to have it open up, so then when, you need to get in and access clothes or to remove different pieces of, bags, all those kind of things, it makes it a little bit more accessible than trying to have a mattress that's just sort of sprawled out and then awkwardly try to lift it up and you're like, I can't get to everything, where is it? Yep. So it makes it just a little bit more accessible. So luckily we've got this template now. So the next step is going to be trace it out onto the plywood, cut out the pieces, and then start putting it together.
And it's better than sliding the plywood as well. Better
than sliding, yeah. Because you could have, we could build it in sections where you could like drop a piece in and move it out of the way. But then again, you've got the bed that's over top of this entire thing. So you'd be like lifting up a corner of the mattress, pulling out a panel. This will work a lot nicer because it allows you to have one piece that moves and articulates out of the way, the mattress folds back, and it leaves plenty of space to have the mattress sort of out of its way, and then access everything that's stored underneath the bed itself. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So the next step, so we've got this template, as we've already introduced. The next step is now, like I said, to trace everything out. So I'm just going to go ahead, get everything as lined up as possible, because there's nothing worse than using up material you don't need to. So I'm going to kind of mark everything out as I need it. And it's not going to...
material that you need.
Exactly. Well, because you never really know what's going to what's going to come of it, right? And there's that one little sliver of like, oh, I wish I had like that 2" by 4" pieces, and it would have worked perfectly in this spot. Yeah, it's always the case, and I mean, it's a little bit of a nightmare right now, but I do have a bunch of random scrap wood from. So a lot of what you see here is honestly pieces left over from different projects. There's everything from a custom art installation that I did to a salvage, like just pieces that have just accumulated from different places, and the goal is to eventually turn them into furniture and build really cool custom stuff. It honestly comes down to time, and eventually I will make something cool with them, but for now they're kind of just gathering a little bit of dust and pine needles. But there is a solution to build a workbench that actually has like a custom like built-in sort of scrap wood storage space as well too, so that's going to be that's on the radar for one of my personal side projects eventually, but we'll see how that goes. But eventually, you know, there's always a use for little pieces of plywood, and that's something that I take, you know, any project that I work on, I really enjoy being able to use as much as like what I've purchased first of all, but then there's always little pieces that are left over, and you know, whether you turn it into a piece of wall art, whether you create something just completely unique from it, like you don't really know until you find that one piece, and then you're like, oh, I found the one piece I was looking for. This is great.
Exactly. That's when you use your artist side.
Exactly. Okay, so now got everything scored out. This is where that's going to get a little bit fun. So I have to now bring this up onto my set of sawhorses that are out there. The idea to make it a little bit easier is I'm going to use a jigsaw and essentially cut out and notch just part of it. And then ultimately what I can do is I can save almost like 2/3 of the plywood pieces that we're going to have. So instead of going out and buying different, like, you know, 1x4, 2x4s, what I'd like to be able to do is essentially, as much as I can, use this one sheet of ply. So we're going to have the bed, as this piece has already been cut out. And then what I'll do is I'm going to cut it into sections of pieces that I can use for supports, little tie braces, all those kinds of things. And should be able to actually just use the majority of this only for the bed itself, which is awesome. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
This next part is...
It has a good fit.
Yeah, that's right. Get a little bit better situational awareness sometimes. Usually it's pretty good, but sometimes it gets you excited.
Yes.
But yeah, this next part is essentially what I'm doing is working off where I'm gonna cut it along this edge now, and then this is going to be the part where it kind of articulates. So as I'm kind of like this part will be like nice and secure and stable, and like kind of on its own. And then I'll have these two individual pieces cut, and those are the ones that are kind of going to be the little
Yes,
swing.
the hinges.
Exactly. So and I've marked out the first section for the hinge. So now, right now, I'm not that's going. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, it's perfect here, but then there's like little things or pockets where you're like, darn it, this doesn't actually work.
It is difficult to cut through those, right?
Well, like, not even necessarily just difficult, but what can happen sometimes is when you go to put a screw into it, it sometimes will, like, it'll kind of expand or it'll break in certain spots, and then if something bumps or like you just kind of end up with not a really great. I just figured I would offer if you would like to.
No, thank you. But really, I know that you're doing a good job. If I do it, and most likely it's going to be the wrong way.
That's fair. It's like, darn.
Yeah.
It folds the other way now. Damn it. Which, I mean, you know, you can flip it, but it's always a bit. I don't know. Okay, I'll get this guy here. Sometimes they have sometimes they've got like 2 foot or 3 foot sections, but then if you need a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit tricky. But this is the same stuff they use for pianos, so you can kind of fold it in different spots, have it kind of fold in on itself.
I thought you were going to do use regular hinges. That's way better.
Well, and it's nice too because like it spreads it out over a larger surface area, and then they're not using like the awkward holes where they don't really line up anyways. We don't really have a lot of material to go into, right?
Yes.
So do these, because the nice thing about this too is like, because I got the 1.5-inch stuff, this is the same thickness as this, so there won't be any, like, there'll be a little bit at the top showing, but it'll be actually pretty much flush.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All those little details that come into play, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What's that, sir?
Right in the middle.
Exactly. still here, okay? You might not think so, but
Don't forget about me.
yeah. Because what I'll do after, essentially, once I've got these panels put on, like these little hinges, what I want to do is make sure, like even just kind of just neatening up those edges. So I actually have a router, so I'll kind of round over the edges just so it feels a little bit nicer, and you don't have to really worry about it like just scratching on stuff. We'll still have that pipe cover that goes over it, but even just to grab it's just going to be a little bit nicer than like, oh crap, I got a little sliver, right?
Yeah. Good. To make it softer.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? If I could I actually hold this guy? Kind of. I just need to.
That's why I said.
Oh, of course, yeah. Just for reference, yeah. So we kind of got it to hold right there. I just want to make sure that this metal piece is kind of flush with this top. So what I'll do, I'm going to put drill one here. I think we should be good now. Yeah, we should be okay.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay.
Same kind of idea, but then this time I'm actually getting you to, if I can kind of get you to hold that sort of.
Okay. What you can do when it comes up, because the idea again is like for it to be like that, right? So it's going to come up like that. That'll be flat. Mm-hmm. When you're done with it, this kind of has like a natural tab that you can use to kind of guide Yes,
that.
I like it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't even worry about it.
Beautiful. Sweet.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be a bunch of.
Need help?
Actually, maybe yeah. Maybe get the both there just for a second, so it kind of stay. And I was thinking too for the base, like kind of what I want to do. Like I got like based off what we did last time, we have got our kind of somewhat of a plan. I know how high it needs to be, but I'm thinking for the base. Again, because we don't need it to be a closed-in box, we're just going to have that one piece of plywood on this side. What I might end up doing is just have a couple of like kind of pieces that are like they'll be drilled into this part, and then the front part I'll just kind of make like a little box for everything to sit on, tie it in, so it'll still be like removable. It might not be like that full collapsible like folding thing that we were talking about, just because it's like it didn't really make sense to do it like that, because ultimately you'd lose. Unless we used more wood, which doesn't really make any sense, you'd lose that effect anyways. It wouldn't really it wouldn't really be an efficient use of wood.
That's good.
Oh, this is so cool though, I'm so excited.
Beautiful.
Okay, this one's gonna be a little trickier because we know we've got that other piece on it. I'm thinking.
No, it's actually a bit trickier because we can fold the other one.
Exactly.
Well, but it's a little bit
here, actually, you know what?
longer.
It's gonna go like that, I think.
And you put that together.
Yeah, we'll be able to use.
I think that you need to put it on top of this. Maybe.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how it's going to sit.
Got it.
Well, and we've got a little bit of flexibility, so actually, if you could lean this guy down, we should be able to get it, as long as you've got it kind of where we need it to go. Dust off. Watch your eyes for 1 second. Got it kind of put together. So again, using that template that we had, being able to, it'll be kind of from this side. So right now we're looking as if we're, you know, we're in behind the driver's seat. So this is kind of how it's going to go. So the idea is it'll fold up, and then that'll be completely out of the way. So then when you're on this side of the passenger, you can actually just grab from there and then guide it back down. But then you've got this whole section now. That works out great.
Beautiful.
Sweet.